So I mentioned in the tunnel escape video that in 1945, 12 inmates used a tunnel that was dug under cell block 7 following this little white line just on the other side of the wall. Um, 12 inmates escaped on the morning of April 3rd, one of those inmates being the famous bank robber Willie Sutton. So I thought I'd just add a little bit more information about Sutton. Um, he was a fairly accomplished bank robber. He gained a reputation for being a gentleman thief or bandit. He was kind of credited as a Robin Hood type figure, despite a lack of evidence that he actually followed through on the give to the poor part. Um, he was known for using disguises and being able to escape capture, um, and just kind of this flamboyant figure. It was once reported when he was asked why he robbed banks, his answer was because that's where the money is. So just kind of this figure that is, um, I guess, like kind of a personality that the public can latch onto. He was likable. So in kind of that time period, in the 1930s, 40s, not a ton of crime, compared to historical figures, but he was able to kind of gain this personality as a kind of a likable con or thief. So he's, this tagline of because that's where the money is credited to him. Later in his autobiography, he would claim that while he might have said that, if someone asked him that question, nobody ever asked him that question, and he never said that. In his words, his own words, why did I rob banks? Because I enjoyed it. But eventually, a life of crime catches up with him, and he's captured for a bank robbery that takes place in Philadelphia. In 1934, he's sent to the Eastern State Penitentiary. The 1945 escape, where he actually got outside the wall for a couple of minutes, was the final of 5 escape attempts at Eastern State. It wouldn't be his last prison escape. After several months in isolation in cell block 1, which would be this building over here, he was eventually transferred to the what was then thought to be the escape-proof Holmesburg prison. He didn't stay there very long. In early in 1947, he and 4 other inmates dressed as guards carried ladders across the dark yard or recreation yard. It's reported that when the prison searchlight spotted him, Sutton yelled, "It's okay," and no one stopped the group, and they were able to make their way over the wall. For the next 6 years or so, he was on the run from the law. He was finally captured in Brooklyn after being recognized on a New York City subway, and that was 1952-ish, when announcing to the press that Willie Sutton had been captured. Police Commissioner George Monahan said, "We've caught the Babe Ruth of bank robbers." It's kind of the figure he was known as. The Holmesburg escape would be Sutton's last escape. He would spend another 17 years in prison. He was eventually released by New York State due to poor health. He would live in Florida for 10 years or so, and then in 1980, at the age of 79, he died. Ultimately, he's known for being an accomplished bank robber, but ultimately he would spend more than half of his life in prison.